Good morning, everyone. Day 59, slow and steady here in Glasgow. Let's see, Scotto's Pizzas over behind that building. There's the shelter. Sleeps about 12. There's a nice patio, fire pit, all the firewood you'd ever want. The river's close by. You can't see it, but it's back here. You can go fishing. I guess if you had a license, you could go fishing. Perfect place. There are some locals that hang out here a little bit. There are maybe one or two guys that come through late at night. They didn't last night, but last night was pretty uneventful. Just windy and rainy, and luckily it dried up just in time to start the day. Just waiting for a ride right now, and we'll get back on trail. And got a difficult 20-mile day with over 5,000 feet of climbing. We'll see how that goes. Yesterday and the day before had some chafing had returned with all the really hot, sweaty weather. So I'm trying to get all that under control. And some of it's just on the hip line, you know, where your waistband sits on your hip. That just dug in, and chafing from the heat. But no rush today, so it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. So try to get the 20 in, nice and easy. See how bad the feet are or how good they are. Usually not very good. So anyway, I think the ride's coming in. Just wanted to say good morning. Let's knock out day 59. Catch up. Showers are here, and there's a porta potty. Unfortunately, showers aren't turned on yet. They're still waiting, I guess, on things to be over the freezing season, so they don't bust any pipes here. It's simple, but huge in here. Real nice. Once it's warmed up a little, they'll turn it on. And I don't know if you noticed it in the background, but project of Glasgow Garden Club. They have all kinds of new planted trees and taking care of this park area. There are clotheslines over there too if you need them. And plenty of trash cans right here. No reason to leave it trashy. Let's go see what the sign says. There's a fire pit, a little barbecue spot there. There's all the firewood, hiker box. It's the hiker box. And here's the info for here. Some may have suggested maybe call some of these numbers, ask them to get the hot water or any water, and then get the water turned off for the showers. You're past the chance of freezing. There's the info. Catch up soon. This morning's moment of zen. All right, we've got John's Hollow Shelter. You can just make it out down there with Bob coming back with water. Look at this view from the first climb out of Glasgow. See rain off in the distance. Sun's trying to poke out everywhere. James River Valley here. Wow, you can see forever today. Sure beats yesterday's rain. Down there is the footbridge, one of those that we crossed over. Enjoy the views. Some cliffs here on the first big climb. All right, check out this view from Bluff Mountain. There is heavy rain over that way. Maybe heading our way. We'll find out shortly. Figure I'd enjoy these last couple of views before it hits. So it's 49 and windy, and I'm cold. It's time to go. Coming up on the Punch Bowl mountain overlook on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Looks like we parallel the Blue Ridge Parkway. We have been for a few days and will all the way to the Shenandoahs, it looks like. Yeah, of course, there's a little bellies where it goes away from it and comes back to it, but that's it right there. The famous Blue Ridge Parkway. Let's see where the overlook is. Not sure if there's a litter box, but we don't have any trash or anything yet. Well, we have a little bit, I guess, but not enough to worry about. And the trail goes over there just to the left of the litter box. You see the two white blazes. There's tonight's goal, Brown Mountain Creek Shelter, 9.1 to go. Mostly downhill. Still have 1,200, 1,500 feet of climbing spread out over that 9 miles. Not too bad, I don't think so. We'll find out. All right, just finished a good climb. Sweaty and out of breath. What better time than to talk to you? I don't know if I mentioned yesterday how we got into town from James River Footbridge. You may have seen a yellow pickup truck as we were coming across the bridge. I just went up and asked the gentleman, there's a nice guy in there named Sean, I believe. Asked him how far Glasgow was, and anyway, he was telling me, and he said, well, if you need a ride, for two of us, Bob and I, if you need a ride, I'll just give you a ride. It's like, wow, okay. I was nervous, as you saw yesterday, trying to think how to get into town. And as some people say, the trail provided. Actually, Sean did. So if your name was Sean, I think it was, and you happen to see this, thank you very much. So that took us right into town, and you saw the rest from there. Now this morning, we arranged a ride yesterday just for a tip. Gave a small tip to the guy, two of us, to jump in with a couple other guys and give us a ride back. So if you happen to get to Glasgow and you don't have a ride and you're thinking of walking, it's a long way on the road and dangerous. I can't tell you to walk on the railroad tracks, but some people have been known to take the railroad tracks from James River Bridge, and it takes you right into town. Probably trespassing, probably not perfectly legal, but I know some people have done it. So it's flat, it's straight. There is a train bridge you got to cross. So I didn't tell you to do it if you did it, but it's there. All right, back to hiking. Got another climb, I see. And Rocket's up there leading the way. But we might catch him. Hold on. Some really nice waterfalls down there. They're not real big, but you see. Not sure I get any closer to them, so I wanted to at least get them on film here. A pretty heavy-duty little bridge. Suspension bridge of sorts, I guess. Big anchors here, probably go bunches of feet into the ground. Big turnbuckles. Just for reference how big this stuff is. For a little footbridge, it's pretty heavy. Heavy duty. All right, let's go bouncing along the footbridge, see if it's a wobbler. Try not to drop my phone into the beautiful little creek or river here. It doesn't move much. It moves a little bit, but pretty stable. All right, fun time's over. Get back to hiking without losing my phone. Well, I just realized I've been hiking so fast and feeling so good. I totally blew through the 800-mile mark. It was about 3.5 miles ago. And I actually only stopped to check the mileage because there's this big reservoir here, Lynchburg Reservoir. So I saw it's mile 803, and I see Bob behind me. I bet he saw 800. Let's find out. Cool little falls here. A little small, but pretty nonetheless. And it's starting to rain out too. Brown Mountain Creek Shelter, 2 miles. US Route 64. No bikes, no horses. Just hiker trash. All right, I missed that last fun water crossing. Had to take a log halfway across and then jump onto a rock. This one we'll see. Not sure. There's a little bench out next to the creek. Hope you can read the top of that. It says memories of the Brown Mountain Creek community. Godzilla. All right, getting close to the end of a 20+ mile day. This is Brown Mountain Creek. You can see it in there or not. Anyway, it's right next to me. Probably hear it. A little 20+ mile day. Crossed the 800 mile mark today. That was a big one. Finally got my feet wet in that last crossing. Almost got across dry and lost my balance. Luckily just went in with my feet. Felt good though. Stood there for a little while, soaked them. They're finally getting sore. They've been doing all right today. A couple of sore times during the day, but nothing too terrible. And anyway, the shelter's coming up. And as usual, I'll show you what I can. And I won't show you what I can't. Anyway, stay tuned. There's the creek. All right, everyone, time for bed here. It's after 6. I'm not sure what time. Here at Brown Mountain Shelter. End of day 59. 59. Tomorrow's the big 6-0. And another, I don't know, 18, 20 mile day. We'll see. Probably tent sites are lined up. I think the next shelter that would fall into place would be 23 miles. But there's some real climbing in the morning like there was today. Somewhere in the order 2,500 foot climb to get out of camp here. That's about what it was this morning. It's good to get it out of the way early on, but there are several other climbs. So we'll see how the legs and feet are doing, and see where we decide to call it quits for tomorrow. But anyway, it's hiker midnight almost. The sun's down. It's starting to get a little darker out, but not too bad yet. You see the shelter over here behind me. Right now only Bob and I are in there. Homegrown and Cooper haven't seen. Globetrotting Nanny, GTN, and Rocket are on the other side of the creek over there, and tents set up, and two or three other guys, a couple of guys here that are just hiking for 3 days. They're real nice guys, firefighters from Virginia. Appreciate you guys. They're just in tents down by the creek. You can hear or see the creek down there. I'm not sure on the video. And there are a couple other girls here they're identical twins. They're 8 days into their through-hike adventure. So wish you guys luck if you happen to see this. But I'm sure they got this. It looked a little sore today, but that's expected. That's expected, but it's getting chilly out, and it's time to curl up in a sleeping bag and call it a night. We'll catch up tomorrow. Good night.